The only chance Donald Trump has is to become the president, replace the entire DOJ with people who like him. They will then drop all these charges. It's the only chance he has. He is going to be found guilty for these things because he did them. Trump Mar-a-Lago classified files case. Judge sets 20 May trial date. 20th of May. That is like 10 months from now, isn't it? It's July now, and we have to get all the way back around to 5. So yeah, May, 10 months from now. Now, that's a long time, but there's a reason for the long time, and it actually does make sense. These documents right here are classified. That means only certain people can look at them, but they are also evidence. So the people who look at the evidence, like the lawyers, like the law clerks, like the judges, like even the jury, might have to have security clearances before they see the evidence. If you're going to commit crimes, a brilliant crime, the evidence can't be seen by normal people. It's very hard to convict you. Donald Trump, accidental genius, again, accidental genius. And so getting the security clearances for the lawyers, for the law clerks, for the jury is going to take some time. And that makes sense, but it's still happening in May. Let's look at the full calendar. Full calendar is down here. Very fun. 15th of January. Republican voters will begin the state-by-state process of picking their party's presidential nominee in so-called primary elections. The first one being in Iowa. Iowa, January 15th. Donald Trump is going to win. That's all there is to it, folks. He is going to win. January 15th in Iowa. That's what I'm predicting at the moment. I mean, something crazy could happen. He could get hit by a bus. Something really bad could happen with these other things. But he is, at the moment, looking like he's going to win January 15th in Iowa. He's in the lead now. Nobody can step up to him. The rest of the Republican nominees right now are just goobers who are trying to sell books, like Ramaswamy or whatever his name is, and DeSantis, who again is a goober who cannot get liked by anybody outside of Florida. I don't think he has even a slightest chance. And Donald Trump's fans are going to come to Iowa and absolutely back him up. He's going to run all the fun rallies because he needs to win the presidency so that he doesn't go to jail. The only chance Donald Trump has is to become the president, replace the entire DOJ with people who like him. They will then drop all these charges. It's the only chance he has. He is going to be found guilty for these things because he did them. So he's going to win. He's going to put everything he has. Winning means he stays out of jail. Losing on January 15th means he goes to jail. That's all there is to it. 5th of March, Super Tuesday. When voters in 14 states, including California and Texas, go to the polls, the nominee will probably be unofficially confirmed at this point. So, the 5th of March, all these states vote, and by then, you can do the arithmetic and figure out who it's going to be. It's going to be Donald Trump, because he is a lunatic, and he has this basket of deplorables that will support him anytime he does something that makes them happy. Liberals are very angry that Donald Trump breaks the law. Donald Trump's fans like it when he makes liberals angry. And if breaking the law makes the liberals angry, then that's what they will support. If lowering taxes for the middle class made liberals angry, then that's what Trump would do, and that's what his fans would support. If pro-abortion stances were making the liberals angry, they're not, but if they were, that's what Trump would support, and that's what his fans would love. They just live on spite. There is nothing else in his fans' brains other than spite and revenge. Revenge. Donald Trump will go on tour for these dates in these states, in these 14 states, and in Iowa, promising and guaranteeing sweet, sweet, delicious revenge. Spite is a powerful tool. Yes, sir, it is, KVP. Revenge. It's the 2024 Revenge Tour. And it will absolutely, he will win these things. Then, March, April, May, 2 months later, we're going to have a criminal trial. 2 months later. Mr. Trump's criminal trial in classified documents case begins in Florida on the 20th of May. Jack Smith has suggested this would last 15 days. That's all it would take for an actual trial. Those 15 days will put us, they don't work on the weekends, so yeah, 2 days, 4 days, so it's more like 20 days, puts us into the middle of June. Mid-June, Donald Trump is going to be found guilty. What happens then? I think it's summer, it's hot, he's been found guilty, and he's already won Super Tuesday. Riots. My money is on riots. Mid-June, riots. It's going to be riot season. Duck season, riot season, duck season, riot season. Riot season is coming. This coming June. So be prepared. Get your bug out bags. Get your water. Make sure your phones are charged. And I'm going to be here live streaming them. It'll be fun. So that's what's going to happen. They are going to absolutely flip their shit. Cars are going to get flipped. Buildings are going to be burned. People are going to scream. That basket of deplorables is going to be very, very, very angry. And they're going to do violent things. And then that's mid-June. 1 month of political turmoil, political chaos. I might stream every day because these motherfuckers are going to be all over the news, all over the road. Nobody's going to know what to do. They may not get into sentencing right away, but it might be a couple more weeks after that where they get sentencing. So that's closer to July. 15th through 18th of July is the Republican National Convention to formally crown the party's presidential nominee. It takes place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The Republicans are going to panic. They are not going to know what to do. It's going to be chaos. Half of them are going to say Donald Trump has won all these other states and he needs to be the nominee. The other half are going to say he's been found guilty and might have to be on house arrest or go into a jail at some point, which means he cannot be the nominee, according to them. He probably could literally, technically run for jail. There are very few hurdles stopping you from running. But him running from a jail cell will absolutely make him unelectable and unwinnable in the general. He won't carry that many states. Biden will walk off with it, for sure. But that will also cause lots and lots and lots of chaos. Lots of people being very angry, being very hot during the summer. They will cause more riots. I think if he's found guilty, then the RNC doesn't pick him, or they change the rules, or they update the rules or something like that, and they undo the 14 states he won, that will cause more riots. That will cause more chaos. That will cause more destruction. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I hope you got a lot of riot cops, because you're going to need them. So, we are looking for next summer, the summer of riots. It'll be great. All of this, again, is my basic prediction, but there is more wrinkles. There is more complications. There are more things to worry about, and that is Fulton County prosecutors prepare racketeering charges for Trump in inquiry. Okay, racketeering. What the damn hell does racketeering mean? Let's Google it. Racketeering. Dishonest or fraudulent business dealings. Racketeering ensnared the economy. 3 types of racketeering. Racketeering or organized crime is a type of criminal activity that includes extortion, fraud, trafficking in contraband goods or illegal drugs, and labor racketeering such as union corruption and bribery. So, organized crime. This is what I said that about Rico, baby. That's right, KVP. I said this about Trump many, many times, and for years. He is a mob boss. This is exactly the way he's been doing what he does. Donald Trump's a mob boss. It's what he does. It's the way he's always been. He doesn't specifically tell his lawyers to do crimes. I think that was the thing that Michael Cohen always talked about. When they interviewed Michael Cohen, he said, Michael Cohen, a criminal lawyer for Trump, said that Trump didn't tell him to do illegal things. He just said, wouldn't it be nice if that guy dropped his lawsuit because he was scared? He would just kind of vaguely gesture towards things. This was some of the people in the documents case actually pointed this out as well. When Donald Trump thought he was going to get in trouble for those top secret documents, he looked at his lawyer and he did this. Hey, you take them out. He didn't say it. He didn't tell the guy. He just did this. That's racketeering. That's organized crime. That is fraud. And it's the way he's always operated. He has always operated as a racketeer. He is the racketeer. It's a superhero. It's a pretty lame superhero, but he's the kingpin. That's it. That's who we're going to have to compare him to. I don't want to because the kingpin is cool and awesome. The kingpin from Marvel is a cool and awesome version of what Donald Trump actually is. So, where are we? These racketeering charges will not require special security clearance for the trial. So it will be much, much, much sooner. This could happen within the next couple of weeks. He can be arrested and indicted on racketeering charges very soon. And then that trial would happen within the next 2 or 3 months. The Fulton County District Attorney investigating Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election result in the state of Georgia has developed evidence to charge a sprawling racketeering indictment next month, according to 2 people briefed on the matter. Let's see. An enterprise and pattern of racketeering activity that is predicated at least 2 qualifying crimes. 2 more crimes for Donald Trump. Specific evidence isn't clear yet because it hasn't been formally released, though the charges regard influencing witnesses that could include Trump's conversation with Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in which he asked Raffensperger to find 11,780 votes, the people said, and thereby implicate Trump. After the election, he needed 11,780 votes to win the state. He called them and told them, find the votes. He's telling them to cheat and lie and fraudulentize an election. There was fraud during the 2020 election, but it's from Trump, by Trump, for Trump. Always has been. There are some computer trespassing charges as well, but that's probably his lawyer, what's her name, Sidney Powell, there she is, accessing the voting machines at the county's election office and copying sensitive voting system data. She goes into the voting machines for fraud. She takes that information, she changes it, she puts it up on the screen and talks about how illegal the election was. And she's wrong. She's a liar. This is racketeering. This is fraudulent voting. This is an attack on our democracy from Trump, by Trump, for Trump. This is why we can't let him win. This is why I scream about him. This is why I yell about him so much. Other people are like, he's just a thing. He's going to lose. This is important. He is harming our country in ways that nobody else ever has. There have been Republicans before, but they didn't do this. There will be Republicans in the future who will do things that I disagree with, but it's not doing this. Oh, hi. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, press the subscribe button. If you want to tell me how right I am, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to tell me how wrong I am, leave a comment too. That's good. This is just kind of a hobby for me, so I appreciate you coming by, giving it a watch, and pressing the YouTube buttons. Thanks.